What up, YouTube? Bearded Badger coming back at you. Day 6 of the smoothie juice feast, which honestly I found this cool guy John Rose on YouTube a few days after, and I was actually calling it a juice feast. And apparently he's been doing this for 10-15 years, maybe longer, and he actually trains people into a 90-day juice feast, juice only. So I may, day 10, since I'm doing 100, just switch to complete juices just to get the absolute full effect, even though smoothies are great nutritionally, just to really give my body my digestive system the complete rest. Because regardless of what, the FDA and the medical industry and the dairy industry and the meat industry and all these people that are trying to sell you a bunch of shit. The reason they'll say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. If you don't have your breakfast, oh man, you're not going to have any energy. Purely opposite. I mean, seriously, you skip breakfast, that's great. A lot of you feeling guilty for skipping breakfast, but your body's just waking up. The last thing you want to do is slam it with a freaking huge breakfast, because your digestive system gets overwhelmed. And so true health is about what you can eliminate instead of, what you can cram in. Which, most of us, we live in America, it's a land of more. But when it comes to health, less is better, So, there's so many myths. It's like the protein myth. They want to sell you, protein powder and millions and billions of dollars of that. And you need your protein, If you, are a vegan or a vegetarian, you're not going to have enough protein. Well, it turns out you only need 5% of daily protein, and you can get about 8% of that from fruits and vegetables, any of them, So you don't need all this extra. As a matter of fact, it can be rough on your kidneys, all that extra. So we're just putting it to work. So the benefit, right, of 100-day vacation from food, as John Rose calls it, which I like that, a juice feast, a food vacation, is your digestive tract gets a break. Your whole entire digestive system, your colon, your liver, your kidneys, it's working all the time, right? So we've bought into this BS that we got to eat, 4, 5, 6 meals a day, small meals, and break it up, or we got to eat, huge meals, and your digestive system is just can never get caught up. It's just constantly working. And the most energy that's ever consumed is digesting food. That's the hardest your body works, right? So if you're just constantly putting things in digest, and then putting hard things to digest that your body isn't good at digesting, such as, meat, such as all dairy, which is mucus enhancing and mucus forming. Dr. Sebi, who just recently died in his 80s, healed numerous people from, AIDS, cancer, the list goes on. Just a huge list. The FDA tried to sue him, saying he was lying. He actually won the case in court. He brought about 15 people in the 80s that had AIDS. He brought their hospital work that showed they were no longer HIV positive. And he did all this through diet, through basically an alkaline diet, through vegetables, and through fasting, So my point is, we've been lied to by medical professionals, right? That usually doctors don't know anything about health and nutrition and the food's effect on the body. What they do know is how to give you pills, and they call it the practice of medicine because they're guessing. They're literally guessing with your life. And, something like 100,000 people or more die every year from medications that are actually prescribed from doctors they die from, right? You could just look at the list of side effects and know that it's absolutely retarded. But anyways, I'm about to get down on this juice right here. 2 big oranges and a grapefruit juice. I just finished a workout feeling great. I started at 224.6. This is the morning of day 6. I'm already down to 214.8. So I've lost 7.8 pounds already. But anyways, feeling amazing. One of the amazing things, right, about when you clear your body out is you get rid of the mucus and the plaque that's been stuck up in there. Like plumbing, if your, plumbing pipe is stuck up, your whole house is going to smell like shit, right? So that's kind of like what we have, as human beings, when we're backed up and we don't have a bowel movement for once every 2 days, that is not healthy. You should eat, and then, within 30, 45 minutes at the most, you should be pooping it out. I mean, that's what somebody with a healthy, digestive tract does. But check this out. I got some reading material advice for you right here. This guy, Arnold Ehret, Arnold Ehret, right? Professor Arnold Ehret, his book on rational fasting, one of the best books ever written on fasting. Arnold Ehret, mucusless diet healing system. Not only did this guy practice a mucusless diet, right? Which, Dr. Sebi said that he believed that all disease is nothing but mucus in the body. And if you want to go listen to his story on YouTube, it's amazing. He had diabetes. He was, something like 300 pounds. I mean, pretty much blood pressure through the roof. And he met this, Mexican shaman herbalist that put him on like 100-day, special tea or whatever fast. And I mean, he had so much mucus that he literally temporarily went blind because the mucus was exiting his body from his head down, and he went blind for like an entire day and a half. Couldn't see. That's how much mucus was stopped up in his body, right? And so anyways, he got healed of everything. He was 30 years old, erectile dysfunction. It was like day 50 or something. He woke up with a boner. I mean, it basically cured pretty much everything that was ailing him. So this guy, Arnold Ehret, this is me, my personal opinion. He was around in like the 1920s and 30s. I personally pay more attention to the older people talking about nutrition, because before it was all bought out, you know what I mean, by big corporations, and before they all had each other in their pocket. This guy he treated thousands of people with fasting and with alkaline diet, and healed them all kinds of incurable diseases. Amazing book. Another book, probably one of my favorites. Can you see that? Man's Higher Consciousness by Hilton Hotima. This book is amazing. It will expand your mind. It talks about doctors putting people on, orange juice only, juicing oranges for 100-day diets, all kinds of crazy nutrition facts. He talks about how the early man was breatharian, which literally lived on light, since we are actually, our cells get nourishment from light, and claims that we don't get nourishment from food. It's just something that we've been taught to believe, which I know that's a crazy concept, but it's interesting. So, also another one, Hilton Hotima, Facts of Nutrition. Just stuff to expand your mind, because we've been lied to. And look, next time you go to the doctor, look at your doctor. Is he healthy, or is he, overweight, obese with high blood pressure? Because a lot of them I go to, they're out of shape, but they're going to give you advice, So this is my key in life, right? So there's all kinds of, quote unquote experts out there, right? So always test it out for yourself. This is exactly why I'm doing this 100-day smoothie fast, because I need to know for me, right? Like, I actually believe like what these people are writing, and it makes sense logically and everything, but I'm going to try it for myself. That's what I do. I'd like to try to practice what I preach, So I already feel amazing. I feel like my nose is clear, my throat from mucus, just from 6 days of not eating mucus enhancing food. My energy is like through the roof. I mean, I'm still working out because I have energy, working out hard 6 days a week. My chest muscles are forming. I mean, it's been a game changer for me so far. So, yeah, epic. Check out Arnold Ehret, Rational Fasting, Mucus-Free Diet System, and Man's Higher Consciousness by Hilton Hotima. Think. Expand your mind. Be the badger.